In the harrowing tale of Aaisha Hasan, love turns to darkness, leading to a tragic end that exposes the silent agony endured by domestic abuse victims. Aaisha met her untimely demise at the hands of her husband, who murdered her for opposing his desire to marry another woman. She used her mobile phone to document her husband's behavior towards her in the week before he allegedly stabbed her. So what led to this horrifying event, and what concealed truths lied within their marriage? 32-year-old Aaisha Hasan and 34-year-old Aaisha Hasan were a married couple under the Islamic law of marriage in 2012. They went on to have 2 children and had settled at their family home in Canning Town, located in East London in England. The relationship started souring as they frequently argued about money, and Aaisha, who was a traffic warden, believed that his wife was having an affair. Aaisha sent a desperate WhatsApp message to friends 10 days before she was murdered, saying she was afraid of her husband since he was unpredictable and would flip out. In a folder on her phone labeled "Hidden," she stored images that showed a black eye and cuts to her face from February to April of 2022, including those taken just 11 days before her tragic demise. Aaisha told her friends in the message that if something happened to her, they should take care of her kids and not allow Aaisha to have them. She added that she would delete the message after sending it because he would retaliate if he found out. Reluctant to involve the police due to fears of getting him into serious problems, she expressed feeling unsafe but still desired him out of the house. On the 10th of May, the couple started arguing again. Aaisha secretly recorded Aaisha's action, capturing him where he was heard refusing to let her leave the room and making threats of using a knife, leaving Aaisha fearing for her life. A neighbor overheard the commotion and alerted the police, but since Aaisha seemed fine and didn't make any complaints, the matter was not pursued any further. In yet another recording, Aaisha accused her husband of beating her and pleaded, "The next time you will kill me. The next time you will kill me. I don't want that." Despite her denials, Aaisha continued to accuse Aaisha of infidelity. On the contrary, Aaisha himself was seeking an extramarital affair as he contacted a woman on a Muslim dating website and attempted to meet her on May 1st. On May 19th, Aaisha called the police and informed the operator that he had just stabbed his wife. Detective Chief Inspector Rogers from Met Specialist Crime, who led the investigation, said Aaisha was stabbed 36 times in the fierce and really brutal attack. Aaisha had tried to defend herself but did not stand a chance against Aaisha. During the autopsy, it was discovered that Aaisha had sustained 36 sharp force injuries, including 26 stab wounds. Additionally, the examination revealed the use of an alarming amount of force, evidenced by a particular stab that was so intense it cut a wedge of bone from her skull. Police and paramedics arrived at the couple's home and found Aaisha lying on the kitchen floor in a pool of blood. Their 2 children, both aged 10, were waiting to be taken to school when Aaisha killed Aaisha. She was pronounced dead at around 7:20 a.m. A black-handled kitchen knife, the weapon Aaisha used to murder Aaisha, was found on the cooker. Aaisha was arrested, and after being interviewed by the police, he allegedly said, "I am guilty and you can charge me." On May 19, 2022, Aaisha claimed that he did not intend to seriously harm Aaisha when he stabbed her at the family home in Canning Town, East London. A jury at the Old Bailey deliberated for only an hour and a half to reject the 34-year-old defense and found him guilty of murder. The jury disagreed and recognized the fact that one does not carry out a sustained, fierce attack such as that without at the very least intending to cause serious harm. The judge sentenced Aaisha to life imprisonment and ordered that he must serve at least 21 years before he was considered for parole. In a poignant scene in court, Aaisha broke down in tears as Judge Anthony Leonard confronted him, stating that he had joined a dating app because he believed, as per his cultural norms, that he was entitled to have a second wife. He pointed out that Aasim had consistently shown violent tendencies towards his wife before he ruthlessly stabbed her to death, emphasizing that she must have endured indescribable suffering in what must have been a prolonged and brutal attack. The killing would have been unfathomable to their children who were present in the house at the time. He paid tribute to the dignified way in which the victim's family had conducted themselves throughout the trial, adding that no sentence he would pass could possibly compensate the family loss. Aisha's sister Vaishali Montachande addressed Aasim in her impact statement that was read out in court by prosecutor Joel Smith, where she said, "You alone are responsible for taking her life. She will never see her children grow. She will not be there for all their milestones because of you. I speak on behalf of my whole family. We are devastated by the death of my sister. Losing my sister to murder is a terrible experience, especially when it was done by her husband. The fact that my sister tried to seek help but wasn't forthcoming has led to deep feelings of anger." Detective Chief Inspector Mark Rogers stated, "Domestic abuse is often a hidden crime, and we know it remains significantly underreported. For some people, home is not a safe place, and many victims may be reluctant or fear asking for help. Our clear message to victims is to reach out to police or other support agencies and seek help. We will respond with sensitivity, and we will work with you to provide the appropriate support whilst keeping you safe and dealing robustly with the perpetrator." He further added, "If you know a friend, relative, or neighbor who you believe might be a victim of domestic abuse, we would strongly urge you to report your concerns to police or Crime Stoppers anonymously, as your call could prevent serious harm and save someone from a dangerous, desperate situation." Let Aaisha Hasan's story be a catalyst for change, and by speaking out, seeking help, and breaking the cycle of violence, we can ensure that nobody else suffers a similar fate. Domestic abuse should have no place in our world, and it is up to us to stand united against it.